Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you are all doing well on this beautiful and celebratory day. Please take your seats. Thank you, everyone, and thank you to the band. How about a round of applause for the band? That was just great. My name is Mary Grant, and I have the privilege to be the president of Mass College of Art and Design. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Massachusetts College of Art and Design, it is my great pleasure and honor to convene today's commencement celebration. I am delighted to welcome the class of 2023, family members, friends, staff, alumni, and honored guests to today's celebration. And I extend my sincere congratulations to all who will be recognized here today. We are so very proud of all of our graduates and your many accomplishments. And as we convene today's ceremony, we do so with a land acknowledgement. I invite Dr. Lisa Palawai, Dean of our Office of Justice, Equity, and Transformation, to the podium to deliver this important and guiding acknowledgement. Lisa?
The campus of Massachusetts College of Art and Design is located on the lands of indigenous tribes such as the Wampanoag and Massachusetts. We make this land acknowledgement to pay respect to these communities, past, present, and future, and to recognize the painful history of erasure and ongoing violence towards indigenous people in North America and across the world. We acknowledge this part of our history to affirm our values to pursue a more just, compassionate, and equitable learning environment.
Thank you, Lisa. Class of 2023, I like the way that sounds. You are a remarkable group of talented, passionate, hardworking artists, designers, teachers, and makers. You have delighted, amazed, and inspired us with your intellect, your perseverance, your creativity, your heart, your courage, and your humanity. Getting to this day has certainly been filled with challenges. Many of you arrived as first-year students in the fall of 2019. Perhaps a little uncertain, maybe a little nervous, but glad to be here. You made it through your first semester, and then shortly into your second semester, you were sent home for what the world hoped would be a short interruption. But a year and a half later, nearly 3 semesters later, you returned, perhaps a little uncertain, maybe a little nervous, but glad to be back, masks and all. You brought your creative energy and talent back through the doors and into all parts of campus. You reminded us of how art and design are essential to cultivating community, hope, and healing, to deepen understanding and create empathy, and provide the tools to shape narratives, define problems, and identify solutions. Whether you began as a first-year student or transferred to MassArt, whether you will be receiving your bachelor's degree, your master's degree, or have fulfilled the requirements for a certificate, you are all here today surrounded by love and optimism and joy, and we are so proud and inspired by who you are, what you have accomplished, the courage and tenacity you have shown, and we are so excited to see what you will do next. You have already created works that amaze, move, delight, and provoke, that make us laugh, catch our breath, capture our imagination and our hearts, and engage us in conversation and provide the healing gift of a shared experience. You have designed creative solutions and innovative approaches to complex problems, developed seemingly simple yet elegant devices that improve daily lives. You have stepped into classrooms and community programs as teachers and mentors and continue to reach and inspire the next generation of creative young minds. You have incorporated sustainable practices into your making to help us all realize that we can do beautiful things while taking care of the planet. Your work carries messages and meaning and helps us all. You have done this remarkable work while working, sometimes multiple jobs, or while raising a family or caring for loved ones. You have made your families proud. You have made all of us proud. Under ordinary circumstances, your accomplishments would be noteworthy. But you have not done any of this under ordinary circumstances. You have done all of this and much more under extraordinary circumstances as we have continued to come back together and to reset, restore, and rebuild the community. You have made MassArt a better place. It is my hope that we don't forget the lessons of humanity and how much we need one another, and let us remember always how fragile life can be and how important a supportive and loving community is. And while we rejoice in the company of those who are here with us today, in this space we cannot help but think of who we may not be with. You may carry with you in your heart and in your head the memory of someone who has brought you to this point and is unable to be with you. So let's take a moment and think about those special individuals as we gather here today. Thank you all. And as we recognize your accomplishments, let's also take a moment to thank the many, many members of the MassArt community who have put great energy and care into making today's commencement celebration a very special day. Would you please join me in a round of applause for the talented and devoted MassArt team from facilities, public safeties, the incredible staff in student development, academic affairs, the registrar's office, the president's office, campus events, catering, alumni, advancement, A&F, the commencement committee, and the countless volunteers who have worked with great energy and enthusiasm to make this day a day of celebration. How about a round of applause for everyone who worked on it? Thank you all so very much. I'd also like to take a moment to thank the faculty and librarians and staff of MassArt for the important and inspiring work that you do and for your commitment to delivering a world-class art and design education. The work that you do shapes and enriches our collective future. You're deeply committed to the mission of teaching. MassArt faculty and librarians are educators, practitioners, mentors, scholars, artists, designers, makers, experts in your fields. You use your practices and your research to inform teaching, and you deepen your engagement with our students through that. You give of your time, your passion, your expertise generously and without hesitation as we continue to build and shape the future of MassArt. Our dedicated, creative, accomplished staff and administrators work in partnership with the faculty, and no matter their role or their assignment, they go above and beyond to make MassArt a special place where students can achieve powerful and creative results. They serve the college with distinction. The commitment of this faculty, of our librarians, of our administrators and our staff, to our students, to teaching and learning, to creative practice and equitable communities is inspiring. And I am so grateful and thankful to all of you for what you do and how you make it look so effortless, for the support and care you have provided to our students and one another as we traded Zoom rooms for classrooms, offices, and studios, and have continued to come back into the community and to do this work together in person. You too have navigated extraordinary circumstances, and I know you share my pride and admiration and love for this graduating class. I would like to invite the faculty, librarians, administrators, and staff of MassArt who are able to please stand so that the graduates and their families can recognize and thank you. Please stand. Thank you. There's a lot of love in here. That is just beautiful. This morning we had a lovely celebration for members of the MassArt community who are retiring. Some of those individuals are here with us today, and I would like to just take a moment and give a warm thank you to Professor James Cambrone, Assistant Vice President Howie LaRossi, Ellen Carr, Director of Communications, Francine Firmino, Director of Facilities, and Jim McDade, Director of Purchasing. We are so fortunate. We have been so well served and led by all of you. Please join me in thanking these wonderful colleagues. At MassArt, we are fortunate to be served by volunteer boards, our alumni board, the MassArt Foundation Board, and our board of trustees. Our trustees are appointed by the governor. They represent the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and they represent MassArt with distinction. They bring with them an array of creative, artistic, civic, and professional expertise. They are stewards and champions and advocates for MassArt, and they are generous with their time and their resources so that we remain a strong and vibrant institution. Thank you to our trustees and to the representatives from alumni and MassArt Foundation boards for your support, guidance, and friendship. I would ask all the board members that are here today to please stand so we may recognize you for your many contributions to the life of MassArt. Thank you all so much. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the following speakers and members of our community. Dr. Brenda Molife, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. This is Brenda's first commencement with us. Yay. Katie Ryle. Katie is the Acquisition and Serial Librarian for the Godine Library and serves as the President of the Faculty and Librarian Association. Catherine LeCompte, our graduate program speaker, who is from Derry, New Hampshire, and has completed her MFA in photo. And Kari Brown from Springfield is our undergraduate speaker, and Kari will be receiving a degree in fashion today. Provost Molife, I turn it over to you.
Thank you, President Grant. I am so pleased to be here to add my congratulations to you on this special day. This is a day to celebrate the accomplishments of graduate and undergraduate students and those receiving their certificates, who have worked for so many years to reach this goal. I venture to guess that those who will be walking across the stage later this afternoon are doing so because of the support and encouragement of friends and family who are here with us today. However, there is another group of supporters who have been most influential in the academic lives of the students, the MassArt faculty and librarians. You are an undeniable reason why our students are going to be graduating today. I know you have counseled, mentored, advised, cajoled, and encouraged every student. You have made it possible for our students to pursue their dreams, passions, hopes, and wishes. I thank you for giving them the tools and confidence to reach this day. The faculty who are in attendance, please stand to receive all our thanks. Please. As a former faculty member, I can assure you there is no greater moment in a professor's professional life than knowing you have done everything possible to make sure that each of your students is equipped with what they need to succeed. And you will succeed for the same reasons you have completed your MassArt degree. You are hard workers, you are richly talented, you have the support of parents, grandparents, guardians, siblings, friends, and faculty. Congratulations for a job well done. Congratulations, class of 2023. And now I'd like to welcome to the podium Katie Rial to give her welcome.
Hello, my name is Katie Ryle. I am a librarian and the president of the MassArt chapter of the MSCA Faculty and Librarian Union. Yes. Congratulations to the class of 2023. On behalf of the faculty and librarians, and in honor of the momentous occasion of your graduation during the 150th anniversary of MassArt, I would like to offer you 150 words of advice as you adventure beyond the doors of MassArt. Follow your curiosity. Your visual thinking acuity allows you to see what most don't. This is a gift. Find a purpose larger than yourself. Let it ground all you do. If you're frustrated, try having a snack. It almost always helps. Be kind and be forgiving. Everyone is fighting their own battles, and besides, life is too short to waste on resentment. Build a community. They'll support you through good times and bad, and remember, MassArt will always be your community. And join the union. A union is a great community. Talk to everyone. Ask for feedback. People who are engaged with the world tend to stumble onto all kinds of interesting things. Deadlines are not optional in the workplace, nor is being on time. And practice public speaking. You will have to do it even if you don't want to. But when all else fails, go to the library. We got you. And now I would like to welcome Catherine Lecomte to the podium.
Thank you, Katie, graduates, loved ones, and distinguished faculty members. It is an honor to be here with you today. I'm so grateful to Massachusetts College of Art and Design for the privilege of being your MFA candidate speaker. Not a single one of us here today has done it alone. We are each a culmination of those who believed in us, supported us, and told us the truth about ourselves and our art, even when it was hard to hear. The graduate program has pushed me to the brink of my limits and beyond, further than I ever thought I could reach. I am a better artist and person because of my time in the MFA photography program. The path of an artist is known to be a challenging one, but we do not have to walk that path alone. I recently received the helpful advice that after graduation, we should stay in touch with members from our cohorts and form a community in which we can continue to turn to for support and feedback on our work. As an artist, you must always trust in your unique vision and skills. You're already doing the heart-opening, gut-wrenching work of being an artist. It's an incredibly vulnerable process, and there is no straightforward path to success. Bad art happens, and lots of it, but when we finally make a piece that lights us up inside, or when we create something that inspires change and calls others to action, don't these things and more make it all worth it? I know that they do for me. I stand here today with the awareness that not everyone receives the chance to pursue a degree in higher education. When I reflect upon my past, I find that I am especially thankful for this opportunity. Due to the sudden death of my father when I was 14, I dropped out of high school. 6 months later, a former teacher of mine reached out to me to inform me of a mail-in photography class that I could take from home, which would provide me with enough credits to return to school the following year. It took one person to believe in me and renew the hope that I had lost. I returned to high school and upon graduation received a scholarship to study photography. I went on to become the first in my family to receive a bachelor's degree and now the first to receive a master's degree. Thank you. Any trials or tribulations that you have faced or may face in the future, use those hardships as motivation to live the life of your dreams. Move forward fearlessly, treat others with empathy and kindness, and always practice authenticity within yourself and your art. As Elizabeth Warren once said, fight for the job you want, fight for the people who mean the most to you, and fight for the kind of world you want to live in. Congratulations to our graduating class of 2023. Thank you. Thank you. And now I'd like to welcome your undergraduate speaker, Kari Brown, to the podium.
Good afternoon, President Mary Grant, MassArt faculty, family, and honored dignitaries. For the longest time, I believed that the feeling of belonging was one that was instantaneous and that it engulfed you and it shielded you from loneliness and misplacement. Even as I came to MassArt, I found myself learning that the places you believe you belong aren't always the places you are meant to be. I was accepted into MassArt with a painter's portfolio. And while I was good at painting and had all the right equipment, I just wasn't in love with it. And when it came time to declare my major, I submitted my declaration, and I phoned my mom and I said, "Hey Mom, so I've decided to go with fashion." And she paused on the other line of the phone, and after a while she said, "Oh, we still have that sewing machine in the basement." But it is within these people that are willing to pivot with you that you belong. And it is also within the faces and hearts of those with shared experiences like the many souls I've had the pleasure of embracing during my time at MassArt that I belong. I wish I could give you some dead-end speech about how I found a sense of belonging within the conversations of niche club meetings and camaraderie among our dining tables, but I found a sense of belonging within ways that surprised even myself. It existed within the constant raids of the 8th floor vending machines and underslept overnighters in the studio spaces, within 3 a.m. text messages the nights before critiques like, "You still up too?" Being a MassArt graduate is a lot like finding a sense of belonging within the abnormal, a glimpse of home in the macabre, or a feeling of community within a group of multicolored-haired wild hearts hell-bent on fixing the world. How fortunate am I to have experienced the creative energy that surges through the studios of our campus, feel the riot that bubbles beneath the surface on all of you, and be able to create amongst a community of creators that make changing the world little by little weekly homework assignments. I have become so accustomed to the spirit of MassArt, I find myself walking into spaces in my hometown and going, "Wait a minute, so you don't want to know my pronouns?" I illustrate my own journey of belonging because I believe that it parallels the many stories and experiences that are represented within the hopeful and timid faces before me today. I found that one of the most prominent lessons you have all taught me is that the importance of finding a place of belonging is not nearly as valuable as fighting to belong in places that people like you haven't been welcomed before. I find my voice within my work and it refuses to be silenced, and I choose to believe that each of you will continue to do the same. I cannot talk about my journey of belonging without establishing my voice without thanking the MassArt faculty who have helped me shape this voice. And to my family who has fueled the fire within me to find the courage to speak out loud enough to echo through the ears of following generations, I owe a lot more than thank you. If there is one thing I hope you all walk away with, take this life and make it beautiful because it is all yours. Take it, hoard it, paint on it, build it, sculpt it, rewrite it, teach and nurture it Draw all over it, tailor it to fit you because it is yours and it belongs to you. While I'm excited for all the things that come next, I will forever remember all of what came before, and from the wise words of, yes, you guessed it, Winnie the Pooh. How lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard? We still have so much awaiting us around every corner and over every hurdle, but today, we did it.
Thank you, Brenda, Katie, and thank you, Catherine and Kari. Beautiful words, beautiful words. It is now my honor to invite Elisa Hamilton, Chair of the MassArt Board of Trustees and MassArt alumna, to join me at the podium as we begin to recognize our 2023 honorees. Elisa?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to add my heartfelt congratulations to all of our graduates and families, and deep appreciation to everyone who supported them in getting to today. As part of today's celebration, we have the honor of recognizing 4 outstanding individuals who represent the values and mission of MassArt, and who have each contributed in different ways to ensuring that the arts remain a vital and essential part of our communities, our culture, and our humanity. We will hear in a moment about each of our honorees as we present 3 of them with a hood representing Doctor of Fine Arts and another with the Godine Award. I want to thank each of our honorees for sharing this very special day with us and congratulate them on their many distinguished, impactful accomplishments. Thank you all. And in recognition of the outstanding contributions to arts, culture, and community, and by virtue of the authority granted by the Department of Higher Education and by the Massachusetts Legislature, the Massachusetts College of Art and Design is honored to present as candidates for the Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts degree, Rob Pro-Black Gibbs, M. David Lee, yeah. And Deborah Granick.
Thank you, Elisa. Would Dr. Catherine K. Sloan please join Chair Hamilton at center stage? Okay. Kay Sloan, what a privilege it is to present you with the Godine Award for Service to the Community. The Godine Award honors an exemplary leader who reflects the passion and advocacy of the late Morton R. Godine, who served as the MassArt community from 1975 to 1988 as a vice president, a founding member and chair of the MassArt Foundation Board, and later as a member of the MassArt Board of Trustees. Morton Godine was a champion of the college's mission to inspire students through creative engagement while promoting art and design as essential to the well-being of society. This also describes you, President Emerita Kay Sloan. Your vision as president from 1996 to 2011 led to unprecedented growth. Under your stewardship, our reputation grew, as did our campus. You created a home for our students by adding 2 new residence halls, one of them the award-winning and eye-catching Treehouse. You developed the framework for the Design and Media Center, and you were a thoughtful leader and thought leader for the creation and advancement of the MassArt Museum, and led the way in a successful private fundraising campaign. Lives across the city continue to be enriched through the Center for Arts and Community Partnership, a robust program you launched supporting the college's commitment to developing citizen artists of all ages in all neighborhoods across Boston. You were a determined and passionate advocate ensuring that MassArt retained its public designation, drawing attention to our extraordinary students and our graduates who fuel, lead, and energize the creative and cultural economy here in Massachusetts, across the country, and around the world. Your drive, your determination to raise the profile of the college, your engagement with students, faculty, and staff, your focus on enhancing and elevating the college's public image, and serving as a leading force in the creation of the colleges of the Fenway position MassArt for success. Your ongoing commitment to public institutions and to art organizations, and you work to foster new generations of creatives while emphasizing lifelong learning continues at a turbocharged pace. You brought your expertise to the Boston Arts Academy, the Conservatory Lab School in Dorchester, the Massachusetts Cultural Council, and to the New England Commission on Higher Education. Innovation is MassArt's beating heart in every studio, workshop, lab, and shop. Without innovation, there would be no progress. You were and are a change maker. You are an inspiration, and your achievements provide a map for conscientious and thoughtful leadership as we design and innovate the college's next 150 years. With elation and gratitude, the trustees of the Massachusetts College of Art and Design present you the Godine Award for Service to the Community. Thank you, Kay. Would Rob Problack Gibbs and Provost Molife please join Chair Hamilton at center stage? Rob Gibbs, thank you for bringing your artistry to Boston public spaces and sharing your many talents with the city. Your leadership roles at Artists for Humanity for over 3 decades and your unwavering commitment to youth advocacy and community building across the city is inspirational. You have energized and transformed the landscape of Boston, both literal and figurative. You bring light and life to brick walls and corners of neighborhoods that had previously been ignored. Your murals, both interior and exterior, change not only walls, but hearts and minds. Art is universal, and the creativity you have employed for decades promotes revitalization and unification across and throughout Boston. I've often wondered when I look at a building covered with a striking and enormous mural, how did the artist decide what to paint, what to depict, what to say? The size must sometimes feel overwhelming with so much space for color, message, identity, and shared wisdom. Rob commands those spaces with gigantic images, often playful, infused with joy and humanity. It is amazing to stand below your work and be immersed in a 4-story smiling child. What a gift you've given to everyone who walks around a corner and finds one of your murals. What I've felt from your work is a powerful weaving of history, identity, confidence, love, joy, vitality, and so much more. Breathe Life 3 in Lower Roxbury mirrors its own name. You breathe life into walls and they come alive. You bring messages of positivity, inclusivity to all of your work, adding American Sign Language to Breathe Life 3, including hip hop and open doors to welcoming students and the next generation of creators, and giving long overdue prominence to Black, Brown, and Indigenous communities in some of the most visible art in the city. You have brought that same level of impact to MassArt. We have to look no further than the beautiful and powerful mural Intrepid on the wall of the DMC that you and the incredible Gian crew and students created. Your contributions and recognitions are far too lengthy to list in their entirety, but here are just a few. In 2021, you became the first local and Black artist to paint the coveted Dewey Square mural space on the Rose Kennedy Greenway. You were one of Boston's 100 most influential people in 2022. You received a Boston Celtics Hero Among Us Award, the Nubian Foundation Visionary Award, the MLK Drum Major Award, the Newell Flather Award for Leadership in Public Art, the Brother Thomas Fellowship, the Graffiti Artist of the Year Award from the Mass Industry Committee, and it must have been thrilling when the city of Boston proclaimed in 2021 that February 1st would be Rob Pro-Black Gibbs Day in Boston. Rob Pro-Black Gibbs, in honor of your art, its wide public reach, your impact on community spaces, and the difference you've made in countless lives, the trustees of the Massachusetts College of Art and Design are elated to award you the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts. Would David Lee please join Chair Hamilton and Provost Malife at center stage? David Lee, I'm confident that everyone here has appreciated and experienced more than one of your remarkable architectural achievements in Boston. You've revitalized South Station, expanded MBTA stations across the Commonwealth, re-envisioned public schools from elementary to higher education, and you're leading the strategic planning for critical projects including Boston Redevelopment's comprehensive plan to re-energize Roxbury. In projects across the country, you emphasize quality of life, housing, economic development, and transportation for urban areas that have historically been excluded from thoughtful and inclusive conversations. With your firm, Stella & Lee, you have provided creativity and voice to all neighborhoods because all citizens are deserving of thoughtful design and construction in neighborhoods that work for them. You are recognized for this collaborative spirit, and we are the beneficiaries of all of your work. You are a tireless advocate for cities, as your work in Boston demonstrates. Your determination to bring creative design through deliberate form and function to schools, housing, transportation hubs, green space, and community centers elevates us all. The Ruggles Corridor Vision Plan in Roxbury, which received a prestigious HUD Choice Neighborhood designation, is only one of many examples. Beyond Boston, you have directed projects in Manhattan, Newark, Baltimore, Houston, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Miami, and many more. You amplify the heart of our urban environments. You are a luminary in your field and a respected mentor and educator. You've held faculty positions at Rhode Island School of Design, MIT, and served as an adjunct professor at Harvard Graduate School of Design. You are a fellow in the American Institutes of Architects and past president of the Boston Society of Architects. You received the Award of Honor from the Boston Society of Architects and served on the Design Overview Panel of the National Endowment for the Arts. In 2010, along with your business partner and collaborator, David Stull, you received the National Organization of Minority Architects Lifetime Achievement Award. And at MassArt, we are forever grateful to you for the grateful and stronger for the decade that you spent as a dedicated member of the college's Board of Trustees and Chair of the Board of Trustees. M. David Lee, in honor of your leadership and far-reaching contributions to the fields of architecture and design, and for the impact you have had on countless communities, organizations, and projects, and for your inspired service to and leadership of MassArt, the trustees of the Massachusetts College of Art and Design are elated to award you the degree Doctor of Fine Arts. Would Deborah Granick please join Chair Hamilton and Provost Malife at center stage? Deborah Granick, you are a filmmaker with an exceptional gift. As a director, screenwriter, and documentarian, you show us hard truths, crushing hardships, and internal worlds of grief that are hard to hear. Your clear-eyed view on poverty, drug addiction, sorrow, and pain can be difficult to watch, yet often when your characters' lives feel weighted to the point of being unendurable, you lift them through slight shifts of emotion and brilliance with cameras and lights to offer hope and redemption. Your films reside in the authenticity of life, the bleak as well as the beautiful, and you take us to places in our own hearts and into the heart of this country that are often hidden from view. You have always delved into difficult realms, receiving well-deserved acclaim in 1997 for Snake Feed, your short film focusing on individuals coping with drug addiction, which was accepted for workshopping at Sundance Institute's lab program. Your feature-length directorial debut, Down to the Bone, kept a steady gaze on the same subject through the lens of a mother's desperate efforts to remain intact for her children. You're best known for 2010's Winter Bones, a dark, poignant, suspenseful film portraying a bleak side of poverty, violence, and cruelty, where a 17-year-old girl tries desperately to hold her shattered family together in Missouri's Ozark Mountains. Winter's Bone won the Grand Jury Prize Dramatic Film and Best Screenplay Awards at 2010 Sundance Film Festival. It received 2 awards at the Berlin Film Festival and 4 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Actress Award for Jennifer Lawrence, and Best Supporting Actor for John Hawkes. You do not shy away from making complex, emotional films in a competitive industry that is more likely to reward superheroes, buddy films, and rom-coms. But your voice and the commanding voice of your characters shows us much about ourselves and our culture, especially your many strong female protagonists whose lives are filled with gravity and urgency, and you give heart and grace to all of them. There is nothing superficial in your body of work. We're thrilled to have you back in Boston with us, Deborah. You were born across the river in Cambridge, grew up in Washington, D.C., and currently call New York City home. You graduated with a political science degree from Brandeis, found a community at MassArt, and began taking classes in sim and film, and went on to earn an MFA in filmmaking from the NYU Tisch School of Arts. Thank you for being here with us today. Thank you for the work you do to elevate the craft and artistry of film and the place of women in cinema. Deborah Granick, in honor of the power of your work, the clarity you bring to overlooked characters who often reside in the edges of our society and within our neglected geographies, and the importance of making their lives known and seen, the trustees of the Massachusetts College of Art and Design are honored to award you the degree Doctor of Fine Arts. I am delighted to introduce you to our keynote speaker and very recent honorary doctorate recipient, Deborah Granick. Deborah?
Good afternoon, graduates, family, students, faculty, staff, and friends that are all gathered here for Massachusetts College of Art and Design on this auspicious day. You are the graduating class of the 150th anniversary of this institution, which opened in 1873 as the Massachusetts Normal Art School, the nation's first autonomous art college. It was then, as now, publicly funded. This new college was dedicated to training teachers of drawing with the goal to make drawing instruction universally available throughout the Commonwealth. This was a radical idea. In public education, social class is not the primary determinant of who gets to follow their inclination, their interests, and calling. MassArt is in a counterflow to the prevailing idea that schools are better for being more exclusive. Elitism is not the brand here. There are no grand gates set up here to limit access and preserve the meritocracy. Exclusivity does not make the most wondrous art and design. Feeling does. Commitment does. Public good creates more public good for the commonwealth, for better and better. Up front, I want to acknowledge the courage it takes to decide to go against the grain of conventional career advice for both the students and their families. Sometimes there's a stigma of impracticality associated with choosing an art school education, but you all made a great choice. Creative people are needed in every facet of civil society. You're crucial to finding solutions by thinking unconventionally. The tension for people who work in the arts between their creative work and financial stability is real, but that has not stopped generations of makers and designers from venturing forward, driven by a strong personal need. And it is that drive that allows for the continuance of civilization. Artists, art educators, cultural workers are essential. History shows us this. And to the parents of graduates, your children have been called to do something audacious and invaluable. The power of parental support in an artist's life cannot be underestimated. It arms them to follow their calling. I was asked to participate in congratulating and celebrating you in part because of my own connection to MassArt. As for each of you, MassArt was foundational in making me the artist and filmmaker I became. I was doing my first jobs as a videographer, shooting health and safety videos for local trade unions, with a side hustle of shooting weddings on weekends. In my day job and the weekend gigs, I'd shoot truly interesting subjects, people at their work and families in the throes of celebration, which is always fertile and full of visual anthropology. The subjects I was filming spawned thoughts and curiosities and little micro-observations that didn't fit into the parameters of the job as mandated. At the weddings, it was inevitable that an encounter with the great-grandmother of the bride or the groom would interest me far more than the familiar parts of the ceremony. If I was filming a pest control safety video in Dorchester Public Housing, it was the conversation between the exterminator and the tenant, now friends after years, that moved me, though none of that was related to the exterminator's compliant use of his regulation safety gear. I was supposed to leave all the good stuff on the cutting room floor. But it was an eye-catching poster that drew me to a screening at the MassArt Film Society, which you now call Cineculture. That night, the wonderland of experimental film opened up for me. I was elated that there would be another screening next week and for many weeks to come. And it's worth noting that this screening series was open to the community and still is, reflecting the generosity and access granting that a public institution offers. Next, I sat in a class in film and video, and it was in that class, viewing and discussing a variety of very influential works from those who came before, and being introduced to many unexpected approaches from other students and faculty, that I decided to jump in. Living up Huntington Avenue in Mission Hill, I used to visit the Fenway Victory Garden, adjacent to MassArt. I had longed to turn my camera on the magnificence of this labyrinth with its 500 visions of utopia. Again, a film is shown at Film Society. That night, it's Marie Menken's Glimpse of the Garden. Menken, a painter, was experimenting with film. If I backlight this, the edge light makes it glow. If I put the lens really low and I look up, it changes the feeling of who is looking. Silhouettes are underappreciated. Let me add some, let me try that. Look how the shadow changes the mood. These are all things that one has to get out there and actually do in order to know. My own undergraduate studies had centered around political science, and I needed the encouragement of MassArt to explore the side of me that didn't rely on data and proof, that didn't have a footnote to back it up, but was based on a feeling. My MassArt ID was the permission I needed to think visually and use images to communicate. And MassArt offered that, the resources, the tools, and the mentors to go deeper down that creative path. So out into the garden I went, using my camera in new ways, trying different techniques, and immersed in finding out about framing and the power of using lenses in ways that the human eye doesn't normally see. And MassArt was the garden to which I, like you, came to be cross-pollinated. We arrive with ideas and sensibilities, and we need to be in exchange with one another to see how we might draw these things out of ourselves and then what we might do with them. We learn the phrase, "your art is your weapon," coined by German artists in the 1920s. My time in MassArt coincided with the LA riots and the renewed pushback against police brutality, as well as protests against the US invasion of Iraq, in which 30 years of sand wars were set in motion. We needed then, as now, to find ways to express the chilling disparity that was being cleaved between our citizenship and our conscience. We knew that artists alone can't stop wars, but they can engage people's attention and feelings. One needs the sanctuary of a community such as MassArt, where it's officially acceptable to have messy feelings, including rage, to not feel isolated and alienated. I ended up moving to New York, and I brought my MassArt foundations with me. I was fortified with the notion that film didn't have to conform to the binary of documentary versus narrative, or experimental or not. The influence from the film and video department and SIM, the Studio for Interrelated Media, which is itself a pioneering understanding of interrelatedness, held me down in my bid in a more traditional film school setting. And now I turn to you, the center of today and the reason we are here. Right here, right now, the world, as you know, that you are graduating into is complex. A time of growing global inequality, intense political polarization, climate change, increased human migration, and new technologies of all kinds. And did I mention quarantines and pandemics? You who have taken the arduous road to think your own thoughts and feel your own feelings during these times have never been more important to our society. Alongside your creating and critical thinking, we need you to push back against shriveling artistic freedom, as seen in the resurgence of book banning and curriculum censoring. We need you to push back against technological oppression. I am reaching out to you as a person formed in the analog era, who is trying to understand what you, digital natives, can see that I can't, and to point out things that I have observed that you can perhaps no longer see. Full disclosure, I am a parent to a person who's 18, so I fall asleep at night thinking about this all the time. You will use digital tools in your work, but they will not replace you. You will harness them, you will leverage them, but you will not consent to practices that undermine your value. Let the thumb not be condemned to scrolling only. Some of us have to carry older technologies and techniques forward to use human faculties to take the measure of the tangible and built world, while others use technologies that generate images and patterns from elsewhere. The vital task in front of us is to maintain the ability to think freely in a time where there is a lot of pressure to stay scrolling and to be cowed by an increasingly narrow and shallow world of discourse. Somewhere in your college years, we all saw the headlines reporting millions paid at auctions for AI artwork, and maybe also, who needs artists anymore? This doesn't just happen by itself. The continued expansion of digital platforms is an imperative of 21st century capital, in which the business model is predicated upon our continual usage. These platforms are designed to coax you and me to tune out the world around you. Freddie DeBoer points out, big corporations spend billions of dollars developing apps to be as addictive as possible. Teams of engineers while away the hours to make the urge to keep on scrolling that much harder to fight. In the world of online commerce, artists have been repurposed as content creators, cogs in the attention capture machinery. Do not accept that. You are individuals who think and feel autonomously. And one of the roles of artists has always been to disrupt business as usual. And I hope your class will feel empowered to do just that. Every year, a wave of graduates with their intellects ablaze venture forward to contribute to the 50,000-year-old project of being human, the 30,000-year-old practice of depicting and conveying images, and the 18,000 years of sculpting something with human hands. This is a long flow of human art making and design that you have joined, and in which you've located your lives. We need you to continue creating art in the real world, meeting up, discussing, viewing in person, what's always been done at MassArt, and what you did when in-person school resumed. That's the existential challenge in front of people graduating in the 21st century. Will you take on the risk and perseverance of pursuing real human connection, as intimidating and complex and rewarding as that can be? As DeBoer puts it, to keep trying is to declare to the universe that you will have the courage to be human when everyone and everything tempts you to be otherwise. In the face of too much buzz about AI coming for our jobs and taking over our future, and it's not the AI, it's the business models of the platforms that deploy the AI that deserves our sharpest critical attention. It's worthy to fortify ourselves with counter-insight. Noam Chomsky, who inspired many generations of Boston students, including mine, sends a message to students graduating this year. Nothing will ever replace you, despite the headlines about AI. He adds, true intelligence is demonstrated in the ability to think and express improbable but insightful things. We are applauding and celebrating you, not just your parents and kin who love you and your school that can't continue without you asserting your impact as artists and designers, but also the wider community, which recognizes that you represent the path of staying sentient, observant, and critical. And a last thought I'd like to leave you with. At MassArt, at times, you have experienced awe, which is very good for the brain and for feeling decent and good about living. Distraction, a hallmark of the digital era, is the enemy of awe. It impedes focus, which is essential to achieving awe and wonder. MassArt, besides enabling you to sharpen your art and design talents, sets you up to uncover the sublime in the everyday. Awe is something you take with you from here. In the experience of this schooling and achieving this degree, you have honed observational skills and receptivity to many ways of seeing and knowing. What art making and art education give you is a lifelong option to not become weary of your life. This ability goes beyond the money you earn, a job title, or how you do or do not participate in the meritocracy. It cannot be taken from you. You carry out of your art and design studies these years at MassArt the skills and inclinations that allow you to discern the interesting and the beautiful, the eerie and the beguiling, the potent and the lyrical that will illuminate your path. We look forward to appreciating and supporting what you do out there. We love you, we value you, we depend on you, and we congratulate you.
Thank you so much, Deborah, for your words of inspiration, wisdom, and encouragement. Thank you so very much. It is my pleasure to invite Chair Hamilton to the podium so that we may begin the conferring of degrees, as well as Provost Brenda Molife and Associate Provost Lucinda Bliss to join us. The names of our graduates will be read by Maureen Keefe, Vice President for Student Development, and Jamie Glanton Costello, Associate Vice President and Dean of Students.
Thank you.
I do that.
Oh, you do this? Yeah. And then, where am I?
Chair Hamilton, it is my pleasure to present to you the class of 2023. I certify that they have met all requirements of the degree of Master of Architecture, Master of Arts, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Art and Design, Master of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, and Certificate Studies.
Here we go. In recognition of your successful completion of the requirements for a Master of Architecture, Master of Arts, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Design, Master of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, and Certificate, and by virtue of the authority granted us by the Department of Higher Education and the Massachusetts State Legislature, the trustees of Massachusetts College of Art and Design do confer these degrees upon the class of 2023 and admit them to the honors, rights, privileges, and obligations pertaining hereto.
All right, let's do this, class of 23. Masters of Architecture. Juan Gomez Velasquez. Jess Smiley. Yusi Silliman. Master of Arts. Olivia Edgren Fortin. Misha Trojnor Barron. Master of Arts in Teaching, Alice C. Rufo. Morgan Grady-Neas. Claire E. Aubuchon. Yuan Wang. Wong. Thank you, honey. Go first. Spencer Sutton. Master of Design, Tong Wang. Sheen Liu. Master of Education, Bethany Faye Strome. Andre Hester. Laura Medeiros. Leah Zhong. Master of Fine Arts, Kiara Lorraine Crenshaw. Thank you. Ashley Nicole Pelletier. Hadis Karami. Gielen Tiffany Wang. Dora Morgenstern. Yana Nosenko. Catalina Simon. Yuxiao Mu. Catherine Lecomte. Yukai Chen. Lucy March. Tim Scholl. Drew Thomas. We got to back up. Back up. Anisha Ghosh. Nandina Srinivasan. All right, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Bachelor. Grad. We're done with masters. This was the undergrad. Give it to Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation, Alexis Cora. Ida El-Kurdani. Colin Chin. Unkim Chi Dang. Yejin Eunice Kim. Luan Ua. Vince Erickson. Tyler M. Flahive. Alan Emil Diaz. Exodus Enrique Chanda Gonzalez Guzman. Matthew Molly. Skeeter Joyce. Carly Ann Allen. Mila Iacoboni. Doruk Uzel. Michael D'Entremont. Julia C. Malakias. Milo Espinal. Ange Figueiredo. Kaylee Cox. Mukalena Friel. Sorry. Lucas P. D'Souza. James Johansson. Miles Davis. Katie Fogarty. Brett A. Clark. Catherine Burke. Kobe Knight. Jared A. Dodds. Kevin Ricardo Jara. Angelise Rivera. Cam Ling Yu. Isabella Helene Phipps. Connor Toland. Corey Shaman. Michael Moriello. Calvin Marignano. Mordecai Vezina. Janelle Ann Pinchback. Khan Sasaki. Cassidy Alexa Day Ladd. Nathan R. Ladani. Sarah Salama. Catherine Tai. Pavlina Marie Nagley. Clara Cecilia Lagore. Katie Calderon. Michaela A. Gallagher. Michelle Faith Sherman. Fiona Campbell. Sarah A. Boucher. Kimberly Cana de la Cruz. Ruby N. Sasson. Christine J. Kim. Sarah O'Neill. Aaron Davila. Amanda Rodriguez Tabares. Paris Stone. Lucas Amaral. Meg Nistenderk. Architecture. David Alfredo Matute. Junchen Dai. Oscar A. Rodriguez. Eli Lima. Dominica Brito. Truck Nguyen. Ji Hyun Lee. Sofia Regazzini. Alexandra Gamache. Josephine Ann Scarponi. Communication Design. Hannah E. Hall. Geneva Huckleberry. Kyson Cheong. Ethan J. DuPont. Andrea Sheeman. Emerson Rose Reisman. Sage A. Thomas. Cody K. 2. Waju Bay. Sarah E. McAnulty. Caitlin Ann Freites. Sarah Garzone. Charles Jr. Ray. Connor Heenan. Tatiana Andreeva. Rory Grace Kelly. Raquel Rabbi Fiavacci. How did I do? Is that good? Valencia Ema. Ezra Chetton. Megan E. Presentato. Sarah A. Lewis. Leilani Nguyen. Marcella M. Young. Ramana Jisa. An Nguyen. Julia Lee Rita. Annie Nguyen. Sierra Larkin. Elizabeth Ritter. Elizabeth Christina Sarapangi. Maverick Webb O'Mara. Chun Hei Poon. Xavier Muse. Clara Clough. Maria Rose Salem. Fashion design. Haley Anson Ehrenfeld. Jessica R. Croto. Sophia Rose Walker. Elena Locke. Sylvia Hongju Shi. Aiden T. Samoloff. Bianca J. Antonini. Emily Catherine Moen. Paige L. Petrozo. Lucy E. L. Hadley. Janelle Angel Fuller. Tasha. Zena Andre DeSantos. Sorry, I'm Cassandra Tersina. Abdulai Adisa. Azit Tashkin. Jennifer Lee Wall. Kari J. Brown. Courtney Fucalori. Loro. Akeem M. Owens. Nicholas Cook. Film video. Chloe Maureen Chisholm. Demetra Sarametis. Brianna Andruzzi. Phoebe Cox. Raquel Snow. Alexandra M. Holland. Grayson B. Richmond. Red Huluska.
I'm here.
There you go.
In painting, Morgan Post. Haley Alexandra Johnson. Carolyn Guerin. Magdalena Grace. Leslie Donahue. Matthew Wage, Sylvia Dowdell, Jillian Larson, Ella Von Huna, Hannah Rust, Zakia Huertas, Jessica Thompson, Aki Liu, Mao Swen, Madeline Newell, Amy Dyer, Shaylin Collins, Jaden Jones, Logan Morcini Heilman, Tina Ray, with printmaking, Hazel Wildman Lyon, Emma Butler, Alexandra Silvers, Ether Laveau, Benjamin Feldman, with ceramics, Abby Bernstein, Lexi Noel Daugert, Holly Sullivan, in glass, Sam Cohen, in jewelry and metalsmithing, Abigail Leonard, Annalise Campbell, Robert Denny, Viviana Ashley Campoverde, Julia Ann Giagrande, Cassie Ivana Pavlovich, Isaiah Westbrooks, in fibers, Crystal Vargas, Bridget Meredith Marie Foner, Jenna Allison Ross, in sculpture, Anna C. Demko, Lisa Paulino, Dylan Thomas Reed, Sarah Grace Swartout, Ezra Testa, Ronan Ellis, Fen Hussein, Nathan Shreve, with illustration, Sikai Song, Hefeng Zhang, Yiner Shu, Yuting Chen, Megan Newton, Michaela Capone, Kayla Long, Bianca Gabrielle Tricana. Edie Nicole Feldman. Sandra Kalijian. Miley Setzer. Madeline Isabel Gutierrez. Malaya Barr. Nora Vestergum. Nokta. Serena Nguyen. Temujin Chong. Laura Rose McIntyre. Annabelle May Haskell. Yinrong Alisho. Destiny Torres. Rafiq Hines. Joel Gray. Kelsey Fort. Christopher Allen Lem. Dante La Chica Canario. Melissa Santos. MJ Hodgson. Christopher Payne. Emma Turner. Sinclair E. Thomas. Jada Gardner. John Bradley. Jenelise Suarez Rodriguez. Jocelyn Siegel. Elizabeth Ann Chapadelaine. Jocelyn Sidney Pike. Taylor Adams Bass. Oh my God. Alexis Brianna Morris. Aurora Chernovova. Bryant Jamie Flores. Laura Jane Carson. Frances Teresa Reyes Cruz. Mary Elizabeth Miller. Victoria Pearson. Gianna Eva Calisi. Sarah Madeline Love. Angela Rose Germain. Stephanie Ugorlian. James Velasquez. Griffin Pearlstein. Isabel Christine Jacobson. V. Quinn. Brianna Brown. Salvatore William Spaccio. Angela Rose Agnello. Vivian Wachorski. Judy Nguyen. Madeline Collins. J. Maximus Tolson. Reese Easter. Link Dawn Hearn. Milo Ludwig Bernadchik. Leah Claire Kinsella. Chess Pascual Doyon. Paola Gonzalez. Jenna May Borginger. Ava Pamela. Nidhi Bouti. Gabrielle K. Mesa Serbin. Katie Dos Santos Punchguard. Shenyuan Jen. G10. Jamie Lee Reinhold. Abigail Francis. Dakota Ann Savage. Alexa Gumis. Molly Kate Laram. Finchfar Weinfeld. Quinn Donahue. Manuela Contento. Start. In industrial design, John and Tapa. Luisa Bajos, Jay Oliveira. Sierra Catherine Moust. Haley Archer Roach. Carolyn Rose Holloway. Congratulations.
Taught me something.
Megan O'Boyle. Maggie Annette Miller. Matthew J. McLennan. Nicholas A. Heitman. Lucas Gruner. Aaron Moreno. James Richard. Caitlin Gould. Sophia Gaudiosi. JV Nguyen. Zainab Gunlap. Zane Goodman. Good now. In photography, Amelia Allison. Marietta Esquerdo Perez. Hunter Rykovian. Maddie Massacott. Emerson Rose Costello. Shayla Francisco. Kanitha Sarah Brown. Megan Hawkins. Haley M. Winchell. Nicholas Carl Thompson. Alice Romanov. Jocelyn Ribsick. Samuel Recitaritz. Olivia Costa. Rachel Singer. In Studio for Interrelated Media, Ben Janey. Kiana Williams. Ben Janey. Kiana Williams. Hannah Richo. Rose Fitzgerald. Becca Schusterman. Hugh Schatz Allison. Juniper Chales. Max Aiden Ryan. Ethan Roy. Aurelia May Delaney. Onyx Raya. Victoria Rigo. Adine Raboy. Akisha Davis Darkwa. Janine Marie Benson. And now for our extraordinary dual majors. With History of Art and Painting, Camilla Martell. With History of Art and Painting, Katrina Ross. With Painting and Sim, Taylor Chase White. With Architecture and History of Art, Charlotte Faye Tearman. With History of Art and Sculpture, Peter Mathewson. With History of Art and Sculpture, Laura Gonzalez. With Photography and Sculpture, Julia Marie Underdaw. With Illustration and Sculpture, Madeline Bobian. With Animation and Illustration, Samantha Michelle Christina. With Fashion Design and Fibers, Brick Chapman. With a Certificate in Communication Design, Jessica Janae Cordero Wilson. Mayra Oliveira Campos. With a Certificate in Fashion Design, Prachi Anand Makurka. Maya Hu Boyalek. Lindsay Hua Reynolds. Victoria Sanchez Marino. Sandy Scanlon. Shanor Chafkat. Giuseppe Jopino Scacella. With a Certificate in Industrial Design, Alicia Watras.
So let's give it up for the class of 2023. Thank you. Thank you to all who shared their words today. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa, Brenda, Katie, Catherine, and Kari, for your remarks. Thank you to family and friends and to all our guests once again for being here and for helping to make this day of celebration a very special one for our graduates. And thank you, Deborah, so very much for sharing your words of wisdom, inspiration, and your journey. Thank you for the reminder of the power of art and the power of artists. What a great day this has been, and what a gift it is to look out at all of you. You are a beautiful, beautiful sight. You are just spectacular. And looking at you, we look at our history, but we are so looking at our future. And at the close of a commencement ceremony, sometimes it says that the president of the college or the chancellor gets to give you a little bit of a charge. But I don't have a charge. I actually have a wish for you. I actually have a request. And it goes like this: that you never stop making, creating, designing, and doing. That you practice and encourage creativity. You remain curious and continue to learn, to grow, and to teach. You remain open to new experiences, new ideas, new people, new places, new cultures. That you act with courage and love, you speak up against injustice, and you use your considerable tools well and wisely. And that no matter where you go, you contribute to the communities that you will call home, the communities that you will build, the communities that you will influence. And as we consider for the future, just reflect for a moment on some of the accomplishments we've acknowledged here today. We've learned about the accomplishments of Kay and Rob and David and are inspired by Deborah's courage to tell stories. Consider for a moment how better off we are because of these honorees and the ways in which they have made an impact and how they have used their talents, their creativity, their practices, their positions to make a difference. Take a moment and think about the families that are surrounding you today, and your friends, and your teachers, and your studio managers, your primers, your RAs, your advisors, your mentors, who have all traveled the road with you and have believed in you and rejoice today with all of you. Take time to appreciate them, thank them, really, really thank them, and most of all, tell them that you love them. The sculptor and MacArthur Award winner Teresa Fernandez reminds us that being an artist is not just about what happens when you are in the studio. It's about the way you live, the people you choose to love, the way you love them. It's about the way you vote, the words that come out of your mouth, the size of the world you make for yourselves, your ability to influence things that you believe in, your obsessions, your futures. All of these components will also become the raw material for the art that you make. And I would argue these components are the raw materials for the life you lead. Looking out at you, I am very hopeful. You have the raw materials to make a difference and to face the challenges and the opportunities head on and with courage and with love. So go and continue to make a difference. Make a difference with your creativity, with your art, with your work. Make a difference in your professions, your practices, your neighborhoods, your schools, your communities, your families. Make a difference every day by how you choose to face the day and how you treat others. Find humor, beauty, and wonder and share it generously, and make a difference in your democracy. Work very hard to protect your freedoms that you have to create the art you wish to make and to be the artists and the people you wish to be. Leave the world better through your work, your artistry, your humanity, and your commitment to make a difference. You have left our community of MassArt much better. Class of 2023, it has been a privilege to know you and to work with you. And on behalf of all who are gathered here today, I wish you every success, every joy, abundant creativity, and much, much love. Would all who are gathered here today please rise and join me in congratulating the class of 2023. Thank you all so very much. Thank you for this wonderful celebration. And I'd ask that you remain out there while the platform party exits the stage. We love you. We're proud of you. Go 2023. Thank you all.